And welcome back to episode 43 of the Hit the Showers podcast, presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. As always, I am your host, Clifford Jordan Jennings, here with my point man and co-host, Malcolm Missing in Action King.
Hey,
That nigga no show like Kawhi.
Hey, I was on recovery, had some PTO. What's going on, fellas?
Shit,
cool. What's going on with it, man?
Coolin'. We got the dot connector in the building. I gotta give him that title, honest and true, because he threw a long shot up there like Kyler.
Hey.
And he hit that bitch. Aaron Spencer in the building. What's poppin'?
You feel reluctant to give me my title, my brother. Why is that?
You said what?
I said it sounds like you feel reluctant to give me my title, my brother.
Right.
Because I just feel like I'm shocked, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not shocked at the outcome. I'm just shocked that you got it right on the money from the jump. I even remember the text after the first two games where you said, I'm sticking to my shit.
Hey.
Listen.
He did what I told him to do. Well, I ain't telling him. Hey, man, that motherfucker stopped shooting them goddamn shits and started taking it to the hole.
But I will be honest, in game 6 of the Brooklyn Kevin Durant against the Milwaukee Bucks, I feel like them refs were on one. Not enough to where they should have got beat as bad as they did, but the refs were on one. They were calling like blocking fouls and shit. Did you see that Joe Harris blocking that they call on Giannis? Motherfucker was damn near at the foul line. And I'm like, where do you want him to be? Where do you want him to be to give him the charge?
His feet was moving.
That motherfucker was planted. And you know how Giannis drive. He think he can bring that elbow, right? That elbow over.
It should be a dance move. He should be in the club doing it.
Right, there was some questionable
calls. Giannis and his bitch. But yeah, nah, it was more than that. It was some calls that I was expecting to see called for Brooklyn that I didn't, and then the calls I didn't expect to see on Milwaukee was like, well, damn, like that's a and one on a 3, like god damn, like it didn't look like enough to call the 3 on it, you know what I mean, like, or called a foul.
And that was they were playing in Milwaukee right in game 6.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, you get the hometown calls, man.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, yeah. I guess you could say that.
Let's keep it real, man. Game 7 was like 2 inches from the Nets going on to the next round. That nigga KD shot that 3, shot that 2. A little bit too far over the line. If that was a 3, it'd been over with. And I was like, man, I thought it was a 3, and I looked, they showed the replay, like, oh shit, overtime, nigga.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's why I said the Brooklyn Kevin Durant, because he ain't got nobody. There ain't nobody else on that team for real. All it is Kevin. Every time his next high is James Harden. On that first game, game 6, he had 16.
And Joe Harris he blew it the last game.
Like, yeah, he blew it. I mean, everybody blew it for real. Even Harden blew it. He had 22, I believe, but he was shooting like, I wrote it down, 5 of 17. 5 of 17 from the field, like.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Like, you consistently blow the playoffs. You consistently blow the postseason. Like, consistently do it.
He said his hamstring hurt, but it didn't hurt enough for you to play 40 minutes.
Right.
For you to not to play 40 minutes is what I'm trying to say.
Right. I know. I get what you're saying. And you still putting shots up, my G.
You getting open shots? They got the pick for you. The step back still working a little bit. But
listen, I was listening to the what's it called? First Take podcast. Is that the one they got the podcast on while I was at work? And that dude Chris Bessard said this is I thought this was a very interesting stat. He said James Harden in the last 8 elimination games, his record is 1-for-7. And he's shooting 18-76 from the 3 in those elimination games.
I mean, how do you watch film on yourself, repeatedly do shit like that?
I mean, I don't even think it's
not corrected.
I don't think it's a film thing. You know what I mean? Because you look at his game in the regular season, and it's damn near immaculate. Like, he doesn't do a lot of wrong in the regular season.
No, I'm saying like how can you watch your playoff games? Like, you know you're bad in the playoffs. When you get to the playoffs, you make no adjustments or whatever you need to do. You know what I'm saying? And you always end up blowing it. Like, you blew it.
I honestly think it's a nerve. I think it's a nerve thing. And I don't see it ever getting better. I actually see him doing worse next year because of what happened this year.
Just bad luck, I think, too. I think some guys just perform when it doesn't count better than when it does. Russell, James, I mean, Dame gives it his all. Dame can't get over the hump either. Dame just can't.
But Dame is never Dame's fault. It's never Dame's fault.
If you stay where you at, it's your fault. If you have,
it's his fault for staying, but it's never his fault. Like it is James' fault.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like Lillard is gonna give it his all every time he's out on the court. In a bad game for him, he's still hitting 30.
That's true. That's true.
Now you look at Harden and it's like, damn, G, like goodness, what the fuck? Like at what point in your career are you gonna show up in the postseason?
Right.
Even Kyle Lowry broke the got his breakthrough in that season with Kawhi. Cause I don't care what you say, Kawhi didn't do all that himself. I was impressed with Kyle Lowry's play.
Lowry did his thing.
I was impressed with his play in that postseason. That was the first postseason I said Kyle Lowry is really stepping up this year. Like he's like,
I didn't know who he was until Kawhi came to that.
And he had been there before, right? That's what I'm saying. He had been not to the finals, but
yeah, LeBron took him out the year before. The bank shot.
Yep. That's exactly what it was. But that's what I'm saying. Even still, it seemed like Kyle never really produced in the postseason. Almost like he was stuck in his nerves until that season when Kawhi was there. And it was like, there you go, Kyle. Like, that's what we were expecting of you. And I've yet to see a postseason from Harden where it's like, that's Harden from the regular season. What did you expect? Because at this point, you know what you expect from Harden in the postseason. Right. Hamstring injury or not.
I'm pretty sure he's had an injury like that throughout the season. You've had something throughout the season that's, impeded your production on the basketball court. But I mean, it's amazing to watch. James Harden and other people we're gonna bring up later, how they crumble in the playoffs. Like you go from being the MVP top 3 candidate, right, to I got hamstring problems. I'm gonna try it out. And you playing 40 minutes, which tells me that your hamstring, either you getting a cortisone shot, something. Right. Doesn't hurt that much. Right. So what's you talking about those nerves? I mean, yeah, that must be it because nigga, what's the deal? Like if I'm Kevin, I'm like, man, look, I did a lot to get you here, pimp. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, you can't even really count him out. You know what I mean? Kyrie at least got you there to the postseason while y'all was injured. You know what I mean?
I'm not counting him out. I'm saying he rolled his ankle.
Right. But I'm saying
you to step up,
as
James.
Kevin, of course.
Right.
You can't really get mad at him, but the one guy, you can't even get mad at Blake. Blake's last game, he ended 17-11-3 off of 7-12 from the field.
Yeah, he left it out there, man.
50% from 3, 3 of 6 from 3.
He had the hustle. He was rebounding.
He had 11 rebounds. Listen, stop.
You know what I'm saying? I was looking at Blake Griffin like, man. Well, I think I already said it before, but like all the other teams been on there, he was kind of just reserving himself. I get it why you doing it, but as a teammate, I'm like, damn, You had all that left?
I think he still got a little bit in the tank, but
No, he made it seem like he had nothing left.
to be fair, what is that? That's a letter kitty. That shit funny. But to be fair, Blake came out hot his first year in Detroit, and nobody noticed him because who sees Detroit. But I was watching, like I was keeping an eye on him in Detroit, and he came out pretty aggressive his first year in Detroit.
They played Cleveland a lot, so yeah.
Yeah.
In the same division.
I believe.
The Pacers, the Pistons, the Bulls, and the Cavs.
Yeah, sounds about right. In Boston, right?
No.
Not Boston.
Boston, New York. Fuck.
What was the question?
Oh, right, but you are right though.
You know they got like
Boston, New York, Toronto.
They got divisions in the conference.
Right.
Nobody paid attention to them shits really.
Right, Toronto and somebody else. I can't think. But yeah, what I was saying was, yeah, Blake was doing his thing in Detroit. I actually think he used a lot of himself up that season because, as we know, nobody else was there. I think they still had Reggie Jackson at that point.
They had, I think that's the year they had got. I don't know. I think Stanley Johnson's older than that. I know Stanley Johnson was on that team, I think.
Yeah, I think he was on that team as well. I like Stanley. He was all right.
He had a good start to his career. He kind of flattened out.
He definitely flattened out. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that Blake kind of used himself up on that team because he was, of course, motivated coming from L.A. because he didn't want to be there. So coming from L.A., he was motivated to go to Detroit. So you could tell he renewed himself when he got there, and then he realized that there wasn't nothing else there to help him out, and he was like, fuck this, because you could tell his game died off that next year.
Right.
But, yeah, I give him peace. Antetokounmpo, yeah, God bless you. Antetokounmpo and Chris Middleton both did their thing. Middleton,
my nigga Chris showed up, boy. He started 38 on these niggas,
and
man.
10. He had that double-double, 38, 10, and 5.
Hey, he was tired of y'all niggas talking about him, man.
But, I mean, he's one of them ones. Like, don't get me wrong. I would love to have him on my team, but he's not consistent as well. You know, like, unless consistency is getting you 20 points a game.
If you lack consistency, but you can show up to a game 7 and game 6 and show out for me, I appreciate that. Because James Harden was real consistent throughout the year. He got to the damn playoff.
Touche.
It fell apart.
Touche.
And then Chris got the message, man. Whatever they said in the locker room to him, I was like, hey, man, Chris, you got to goddamn shoot that motherfucker.
Yeah, touche to that. I definitely got a touche on that. But, yeah, that second game, well, first of all, Antetokounmpo had 40. He had a 40-piece in Game 7. He was 40, 13, and 5 with 1 block. And you got to give him his piece. But Middleton only had 23. I guess you still got to give him some because he didn't shoot the best, shooting 9 and 26. But he did have 10 rebounds, 6 assists, and 5 steals.
He had a couple critical ones later on in the game.
Yeah, so you got it. He was hustling out there, so you do gotta shout him out, even though that wasn't the best scoring game. But what's next? Of course, KD stats. Everybody knows them. 48, 9, and 6 in that game 7. 1 steal, 1 block. But I mean, what do you think is next for the Nets? You think they stay together? Or do you think they give it one more go, or do they make some adjustments? How do you think that plays out?
I mean, if you look at how when the Heat first got together, when it was Wade, Bosh, and LeBron, their first season they lost to the Mavericks, if I'm not mistaken. And people were questioning the dynasty after that. You gotta give it one more try. That's what I would say. You gotta give it one more season. You gotta make it one more run. If you can keep Blake. Keep him around, make a couple moves on the sidelines as far as, maybe get a coach that can coach, perhaps.
Oh, you can keep Blake.
Steve Nash, you might want to bounce Steve Nash up out of there. That's all I'm saying.
I feel like, if I'm being honest, and it may be fucked up to say, But I feel like no new coach should be able to coach a super team like that just because we want to see you coach. We want to know if you deserve to be in the league. And that's not a good reference to know if you're actually a good coach just from you coaching, coming in the league, first coaching job with KD, Kyrie, and James Harden. That's almost like Luke Walton with Golden State when he filled in for Steve Kerr, and everybody was like Luke Walton, and then they bounced him around since.
Yeah, I mean, in the interview, he was like, "Man, look, I know y'all see the games. I'm not telling the boys to do shit. It's Clay and Steph and KD. Well, I don't know if KD was there. But I got Clay and Steph out there running them up. I don't need to do much. If you Steve, literally.
No, KD was there because that was the year they won, right? They won with Luke Walton.
No, they won two, so I don't know.
Right, but the first one was the one that Cleveland won in 2016. That was.
No, but they won before then. They definitely won before.
Did they win before that too?
Yeah, the Warriors won before 2016.
But I thought.
I'm very sure of that.
Oh, yeah. Wait.
No, I'm sure of it.
Was that first or was that second?
Because LeBron lost. He lost to them first.
Yeah, when everybody was hurt. Right.
Then beat them. Then lost to them again.
Right.
Next year, after that, when JR did the fucked up shit.
Okay. Right.
But I'm saying, like, I don't have the greatest basketball acumen. I watch enough of the game where I could call out some plays and shit. But
so no, because they didn't go 4 times back to back.
They went 3 times.
Right, 2 times with KD, which are the 2 times they won.
So you're saying they only have 2 championships?
They have 3. One without KD and 2 with KD.
Oh yeah. So yeah, one.
So right, was that the year before?
I gotta look that up.
Was that 2015?
I want to say so because I think I seen a Facebook memory the other day because it's playoff time around this time every year. I think you commented something to me and King.
But then that would mean that they played 4 in a row. Did they play 4 in a row?
They might have played 4 in a
row.
They
won 2015, 2017, and 2018, which means they lost in 2016, which means they were
right.
So they did go 4 in a row. That's crazy.
That's what I was thinking. They lost to Cleveland. because that's when you was talking your BS that one year.
Yeah.
Cleveland ended up coming back. That's when they
I don't know why I thought it was only 3. God damn, they went to the finals 4 years in a row.
Yeah, that
was some boring 4 years, boy.
Hell, man, here you go.
Them last 2 was just nobody want to see the same finals 4 years in a row.
I mean,
the Splash Bros are pretty entertaining, man.
They were. I was sure. Yeah, they were entertaining.
Steph was, Clay and them. Yeah.
But I was saying though, I could coach the Nets, nigga, for real. If I got KD, I could draw some players that look.
Shit, bring in Whoopi.
Yeah, exactly. Run the pick and roll to the top of the key. Let Kevin go off of that shit. Bust the shot. What's the next play after that? Do it again until they stop it. Just keep doing it until they stop it. Listen, 40 points later, coach of the year.
Yeah, James Harden James Harden did not. He just didn't show up. I don't get it. Like, I just don't get it.
And I don't think James has had. If I think about the coaches he's had, I don't think he's had a coach that's challenged him yet. I think Kevin McHale did.
D'Antoni, I think.
Then they got his ass up out of there. Then they had D'Antoni for a little while. Then they got the black dude. And then he.
Where was D'Antoni in Houston?
Yeah,
and then that's when they had Chris Paul and James Harden.
Right.
And, now he's with Steve Nash. I don't see none of them people really challenging James like that. Like, hey, you need to step up and do something in this bitch. Steve Nash seems like a guy who calls the timeout and was like, so what do you guys think?
He's a timid.
Right. Right. What play?
I was thinking.
Yeah. What y'all seeing out there? Because I ain't seeing shit.
Listen.
Yeah. He's more buddy with you, try to be friends rather than. And I think that's going to be his downfall as a coach. He doesn't know how to have authority.
Steve Nash. No, yeah. I think he would. Like I said, I just don't think that no brand new coach should come out of the gates with a super team because we don't get to see you take the opportunity at being a coach.
Yeah, if you're a brand new driver, you don't get the best car.
Right. Like I feel like automatically if Steve Nash is the next guy in line, okay, well who's getting moved to the Nets and then who's Steve Nash going to? You feel what I'm saying?
You gotta think Jason Kidd, even though he did kind of fuck up as a Nets coach. I remember that shit he did when he poured the shit, or act like the dude ran into him and spilled.
Oh yeah.
But Jason Kidd is an assistant coach right now, and he has coaching experience. Right? There are assistant coaches who have been head coaches
right
before. Now I don't think was Steve Nash an assistant coach somewhere?
No, he came off the street.
Nah, he came straight in.
So that makes it worse. So you didn't even get no tutelage. You ain't grow up.
That's why everybody was upset talking about it was so many available black coaches and you chose Steve Nash over them and everybody was upset. Like I think even Steve Nash said something about it.
He said,
"Why they picked me, goddamn."
Huh?
That's what he said. He probably kept real.
He addressed it. Yeah, no, it was. I can't remember what he said exactly, but I fuck with him. But I just don't think that he should have been put in with the Nets. It just doesn't make sense to have him there.
Yeah, no, I agree. Mark Jackson type would be good.
Like at least Tyronn Lue didn't come in straight with LeBron. Is what I'm saying.
Right.
Like he coached LA before he came to Cleveland, so he had an idea of coaching, leading them young boys in LA.
Which LA team he coached?
He coached
He didn't coach the Lakers, did he? I don't remember.
Yeah.
He coached
No, he coached.
He coached
right,
Cleveland. I know that, but I don't remember.
Mike Brown was the Lakers coach.
Yeah, that might be who I'm thinking of that went from LA to Cleveland. But who did he coach before Cleveland?
Mm-hmm.
Or was Cleveland his first one?
He was kind of.
I thought Cleveland was his first one.
He's like, he ain't too much.
Cleveland might be his first one, but he might be the outlier because you think about him, and I mean, he's doing his thing right now.
Well, like I said, I mean, him and Steve Kerr came in and stepped. He had an already good team too, and he still knew how to handle them and keep them in track.
Did Steve Kerr come in with Clay and Steph already there?
Yeah, because whenever Mark Jackson
right.
Yeah.
Yep. You right.
Mark Jackson built that house, man. Just like goddamn.
Well, see, well, Steve Kerr is different then because he hasn't left.
No, I know that, but you're talking about coming into a team that's already somewhat of a super.
Right, but my original statement was that Tyronn Lue is an outlier though, because he was at Cleveland with LeBron. He was one of those guys that came straight out to a super team. And then you go to LA and then you still bring them to the Western Conference Finals. So you're succeeding on multiple teams regardless of who was on them. You see what I'm saying? Steve Kerr has still been with the same team. So we don't know that you have the same success with another team.
Right, that's true.
He's definitely learned it over the years. He's had his bumps and bruises.
Oh, I'm sure Steve Kerr's a great coach. I'm not.
Like, if anything, if Steve Kerr were to somehow become available, besides other people that might deserve it, I'll shoot him over to the Nets.
Everybody would want him.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not saying that Steve Kerr's a bad coach by any means. I'm just saying that the fact you couldn't put him in that same category with Tyronn Lue because he went to another team and still got them to the spot again.
Right.
But I mean, but what do you think, Malk? You think that because you walked away when I asked Aaron, you think the Nets stay together?
KD,
you think they stay together? You think they
make some changes? I think they stay together because I think that they're gonna try to see what a healthy season will look like between Harden, KD, and Kyrie.
Do you get one?
COVID free.
Right, but I do think if they try it again and it doesn't work, I think that somebody's looking at this point, at this rate, shipping Harden out or doing something with Harden. Because if we're paying you all this money, you're supposed to be this all-star, and you're not making no difference or helping out, and you're not playing hard when it counts and help us get over the hump, bro, you got to go. You know what I'm saying? You ain't it. Why are we wasting our time? That's my opinion, but I think they give it at least one more shot. Yeah, them three. Mm-hmm.
Now, do you think they make any adjustments with their they're extras. Like you think you keep a Joe Harris, you think you get rid of I mean, because I think Joe Harris is definitely a piece that you need.
Oh, you keep Joe Harris. He's a great shooter. You keep Joe Harris. I mean,
and I don't think that he's getting too much bread. I don't know what his contract is right now.
Well, I think they get Spencer Dinwiddie back, right? Next year.
Yeah, I was going to say, Spencer Dinwiddie.
I forgot all about him.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Forget about that clean 15, 16 that was missing off that scoreboard.
I forgot about him. Shit, he was getting more than that. My whole thing is, I don't know.
That scheme is going to get less.
Right. But that's my thing is, I don't. Do you think he would want to be in that?
Yeah, nigga, what?
Like, I don't get to do shit. I went from the first man to the fourth man real fucking quick.
But you need a good second team. You need a deep bench. Having them on your bench as a 6th or 7th option coming off there, but then you can take the Brown dude, put his ass on the bench, and put Spencer in the game, right? Because I think what's his name? The Brown. I forget his first name. But the Brown, was he starting?
No, I don't think Trent Brown was starting. And then even still, Dinwiddie plays a shooting guard. So where you put Kyrie or James?
In the starting line.
So there's no way you could take.
When you put Spencer in the game, you move Kyrie to point, and you move James to point.
I would damn near put Spencer in at point and leave Kyrie where he was.
It works out either way. But either way you look at it, if I'm Spencer, I'm coming in like, hey, look, put me where I fit in. I'm trying to be on a championship level team.
I get it. The only reason why I say that is because he was damn near to his point of breakout. You know what I mean? He had that all-star year the year before. Mm-hmm. Then he got hurt. You were damn near to that point of being a breakout star name in the league, and then you get bogged down by 3 additional players that's taking your shine away. It's almost to the point where are you sacrificing your potential for the ring? Because you could go to somewhere else easy and be the man there. You were the man there before they got there, and now you're the 4th man. And yeah, it'd be nice to get a ring, but I also know these motherfuckers is injury prone. I might not want to be here because I'm not going to sit out this whole year thinking I'm going to get a ring and sacrifice the potential I could be somewhere else for y'all to get hurt, and then we come up short again, and I just wasted a year thinking I was going to get more PT than I did.
But you just said they get hurt a lot, right? Kyrie like to take days off. You need somebody like Spencer to be on your team. Now, I get what you're saying. It's a personal decision. Do you want the bag or do you want the ring? Right?
It ain't even a bag. It ain't even about the bag to me. I guess somewhat.
Niggas don't want to be the man on the team and not get paid.
Yeah, no, I guess somewhat. You know what I mean? I guess it would be somewhat about the bag.
I mean, I think what it comes down to is, do you want to go with the devil you know or the devil you don't know? Because what if things are worse where he goes? What if he goes to Detroit? He's the man, but you're playing in Detroit. They're the worst team in the league.
Well, Aaron said, then you got the bag. You got the bag, you just don't got the ring.
But once again, some people don't play for the ring.
You're right. But I think there's more people. I think there's more folks playing for the ring than the bag. I'd like to think.
That's what I hope.
Yeah, right. I mean, I would as well. But
James Harden's playing for the bag for sure.
You said who?
James Harden. I said is playing for the bag for sure. He don't want to play for the ring. Clearly, I mean, clearly, like we've been saying, he don't produce. So clearly, he's just trying to get you. Think about it. I'm gonna get paid either way. I'm gonna get my back, win or lose.
But I think he took a pay cut to go to the Nets.
But I mean, with endorsements and stuff,
he had more money options.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So I think you sacrificed your bag for what you thought was a guaranteed ring, and you just didn't show up, regardless of how you played. Yeah, because he would have went somewhere else if it was for the bag.
Yeah. Well,
he'd have stayed in Houston and renegotiated. Right, he'd have renegotiated and got Chris Paul to fuck up out of there, or Russell Westbrook to fuck up out of there.
Well, he already did that.
Oh yeah, Russell did leave first, and then he left and went to the Nets.
Right.
Yeah. That's scandalous,
here's the
man.
problem though, because he had Chris on his teams. I mean, you gotta get him out of there. You got your boy Russ. No, y'all gotta get him out of here. Now I don't want to be here. I'm gonna go somewhere else to get this chip. If I'm the Rockets, besides the fact that I let go of some key players and had a terrible season, I'll be looking at James like, man, that look real familiar. You fucking up in the playoffs. Don't look no different.
Right.
You said it's gonna be different this time. Like the same shit to me. You fucking up.
I agree.
I'm tired. My hamstring hurt. I can play 40 minutes, but it's gonna be a hard 40 minutes. Shut up.
Right, then don't play, bitch.
Yeah, Lee.
God damn.
The previous MVP, perennial MVP candidate. There's no excuse.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Hamstring or not, like you said, you played the 40 minutes. It's tough. It's looking real tough for him right now. And like I said, I think he has an even worse year next year because of the scrutiny that he's receiving time and time again about his postseason play.
Yeah, Harden's got to. He's got to pick it up.
So, let me ask y'all this question, and we'll move on. Do y'all think that with a healthy team, Nets team, they take it all the way next year?
Nope.
That's another thing though, because I mean, you got to think there's going to be a lot of changes made to the NBA this coming year.
I'm saying if the Nets stay where they're at and don't make any major moves, I don't see them not being a favorite to go all the way, or at least the Eastern Conference Finals.
Well,
I want because what you got to say, Malcolm? What you gonna say?
Yeah, see, that's why I was about to pass that off to.
Man's coming back. That bad man. As long as he don't get hurt, is coming back, and he goes by the name of Klay Thompson. And listen, we know what Steph
I didn't
did.
even think about that.
We know what Steph did. Huh? What'd you say?
The Western Conference, though.
Right. No, but we talk. So Cliff had
but
said,
get the chip. Like, do they
right? Okay.
So all I'm saying is, man, I'm not looking past the Golden State if Klay can come back healthy and be Klay.
Right.
Be Klay. Not be James Harden, but if he can be Klay.
I wasn't even thinking about Golden State. I was just thinking about moves being made. Like, listen, if we know anything about LeBron, he's going to mix that Lakers team up again. And I've seen a lot of things in the media. I've seen him trying to go after Dame. I've seen him trying to go after Luka. I actually think Luka would make more sense than Dame, like as far as being able to acquire them.
Right.
But but I also don't think Dallas would ever accept the terms unless they sweeten the deal. Because what I saw was Luka Doncic to the Lakers for Kyle Kuzma.
Montrezl Harrell probably.
No, Schroeder. And it might have been like a pick or something. I don't know. But that's not. Those aren't
things that you don't want. I want somebody that you want.
That wouldn't even make sense.
Because he's giving the people he don't want.
Right.
That's not how I want this to go.
Right.
I'm in the same conference. Now I need somebody that's pivotal or key to your team, right? I don't know who that is, LeBron. We'll find out.
No, there's nobody.
Hey, well,
there's nobody that they have to give. I mean, unless he was smart and he gave up Davis.
That's what I'm saying. He might get that text message that says, "What about Anthony?"
Right. I give up Davis for Doncic 10 times out of 10. I would.
Hey, well, you don't know the lifespan of Doncic at this point in time. He's still young, so hopefully he still has a bright career. But
who, Doncic?
Yeah, I'm talking about injury wise is what I'm trying to say.
Well, he's built a little sturdier and he plays softer.
He's played a lot longer professionally against grown men.
Right, but his game style is a lot softer, is what I'm saying. Like
he doesn't take play about the call. In one play, you got LeBron and Luka down there going like this.
Right. and think about it, all his scoring is away from the defender. Fallaways, long hooks, all that. Like it's space creating, step backs. He doesn't play like I'm going to the rim to bang with you down there to get points up.
No, he's not gonna do that, but he's definitely gonna try to draw fouls.
I mean, right, but I feel like he even with that, he's proved his consistency throughout the 3 years in the league.
Mm.
Yeah, I think he's been there 3 years now.
I think he's proved his consistency by now. He doesn't never really stay hurt. You know, like everybody gets little injuries and has to go out, but I've never seen him stay hurt. He's always the one that puts the team on his back. He always gets his team there by himself. I mean, yeah, you got to give other people peas, of course, Tim Hardaway Jr. and all that, but even him, he's a Chris Middleton. He's only consistent if you're talking about 20. He's not consistent over that.
I think you need to keep the guy who, if he's consistently 20, you keep him around. You keep him around.
No, you don't get rid of him, but that's not your 2.
No, ain't your 2.
Nobody that's consistent for 20 should be your 2. To a Luka Doncic, you should have somebody better than that. You know, that should be a 3. That should be your 6 man.
Who, Tim Hardaway Jr.?
Right. If your consistency is 20, then you're our 3rd option or our 6 man coming off the bench, but you're not our 2nd man to Luka.
So who are you keeping? Porzingis or Tim Hardaway Jr.?
I'm keeping Tim Hardaway, definitely.
Right. So boom, you got him out the way. Who else is on the starting lineup for the Mavericks? You got Luka. You got what's that dude's name? Kleber? Does he start?
I don't think so. Max Kleber, Maxi Kleber, or something like that.
Kleber.
I don't think so.
We're hard pressed to name the starting 5. I think it changed a lot.
They're in their point guard, that one foreign dude.
Oh, DeVince, is that no? That's on the Bucks, right?
Yeah, you think of the DiVincenzo. That's not who I'm thinking of.
I'll look it up.
Damn, I can't think of his name.
So they have.
Yeah, who is their starting lineup?
Kristaps, Boban, Tim, JJ Redick, Nicolo Melli, Josh Richardson, Maxi Kleber, Jalen Brunson, Josh Green, Dorian Finney-Smith.
Right. Yeah, but they don't tell you the starting lineup?
Top 5 in the
1, 2,
depth chart.
3. No, let me see if I can.
Nah, because the way he just read off, it wasn't.
You just got to look at the depth chart. Just look at the top 5 in the depth chart. That's more likely at some point.
Starting lineup, yeah, it's just giving me the roster. I type the starting lineup.
I mean, but regardless, you're right. I mean, but that's the thing, though. At some point, if you can't get over the hump, it's kind of like Dame in the Trailblazers. Even though the Trailblazers would hate to part with Dame, it would make a lot more sense to piece it out to make your team more whole than to put everything on that one man's back. If they can't get over the hump with Luka, eventually they got to be like, well, shit, if we can get 4 pieces from him and those pieces round out our team better than one man going at everybody, you got to take that into consideration at some point.
Right.
Otherwise, he's going to leave anyway, right? He's not going to want to continue. They already asked him about staying, and he was real indifferent. Like, I don't want to commit to anything right now.
Rick Carlisle quit. My nigga said, y'all ain't firing me. I'm going to go ahead and just dip. Right? Mutual terms, however they want to put it on paper. But you know, the conversation about, are you and Luka getting along? Is this a coachable situation for you, Luka? I mean, for you, Rick Carlisle. Can he coach this kid? And Luka, do you want to be coached by this guy?
Right.
There might have been a genuine disagreement. Like, let's just go ahead and stop right here, because I think there was some talk about them having some type of turmoil.
But we know that doesn't save Luka. That doesn't save Luka.
What I'm trying to say is that shows that
they're willing to make moves for him.
Luka's not happy. If Rick Carlisle's quitting, like, look, I'm just going to quit before I get fired because it looks better on paper. That's how I look at it. That's the situation where it's like we're trying to keep Luka happy. He's not happy right now. We want to keep you around. LeBron keeps showing up, pulling up outside the gym and shit.
Right.
Talking about, come on outside, Luka. We got a ride. I got a private jet. We're gonna go out to LA. I got a house for you and shit.
And that's what I'm saying. If they get Luka to LA, depending on what you give up for him, now that's a guaranteed chip.
Because Dallas,
it's a guaranteed chip.
LA,
right? That's a guaranteed chip.
In Texas, you don't know there is certain income advantages, but the spotlight.
You could damn near replace Luka without LeBron on the Lakers, and I guarantee you they get just as far.
So you're saying without LeBron and you paste in Luka,
right? And I'm not even thinking about Anthony Davis really. I'm just thinking about the pieces on the side. I still think they make it to the playoffs. I don't know if they get knocked out a round before, but
I say there's definitely a youthful advantage to that because I'm pretty sure Luka would have more of an open mind.
You got more options than just Tim Hardaway Jr. And I would give. I'm not saying by any means that they're equal or on the same playing field currently, but I'm saying potential wise, you could make pretty face dude. What's his name?
For which team?
The Indian, the one that I said if he put on a hijab, he'd look like a lady. Kyle Kuzma. If you put
Indian?
Huh?
You said Indian?
No, I didn't say Indian.
Yes, you did.
I thought you said the Indian.
No, no, did I? I said pretty face dude. The dude that looked like if you put a hijab on him, he looked like a lady.
Indian lady, bro. Like this nigga work at the coast.
Right.
He's just so fucking plain faced. He looks like if you only saw eyes and he wasn't 6'7", you'd be like, that's a lady under there.
I question
He's got a real soft, feminine.
I make no assumption.
Right. I'm just saying. Oh no, yeah. Nowadays, you are in the capital of question. Nothing is as it seems. You are in the capital. Let me rub your neck.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I saw you grip a basketball. I don't know.
Listen, but
he's with Winnie Harlow. I'll give him that. He's been with her for a minute.
But I don't know who that is. But I might have to look her up. But
that Jack Harlow.
Oh no, he seemed like he
Winnie
got
Harlow
some style,
she's a model. She's a model, and she's got that skin discoloration.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. She got Roberto Lago.
I think I know who you're talking about.
That's what it is, Aaron.
Yeah, when part of your body turned white. That's what Mike Jackson had.
Right. Yeah, she's got it real bad. But anyway, I know that's.
She's kind of bad though.
No, she is.
Like hey, you know what I'm saying? At least she's herself. I like that. She's
right.
herself.
She got
Ain't
no shame in her game. Anyways, Kyle Kuzma, yeah, he's trash. Hey, y'all hear about Alex Caruso getting arrested?
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up. But I do think that you could, if you were Luka, you could have Kuzma be your Tim Hardaway Jr. All I need you to get is 16, 18, 20. Kyle Kuzma will get you that if you set him up correctly. But see, the thing is,
because you don't listen to LeBron.
Yeah, he don't take the game serious.
Well, I don't know that they're as similar as their styles are, because I know Luka liked to model himself after LeBron, and he is a big man that passes and does all that. I don't know that their styles are similar. I think that he may fare better with Doncic than he would LeBron.
They might be younger on some same shit. LeBron.
And I feel like
the 80s nigga.
Doncic is more so. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Different dude. They're from two different generations. Luka's a younger cat. He's more close to the age of Kyle than LeBron.
Definitely, yeah.
LeBron is 12, 10 years his senior. Whereas Luka's probably like 2-3 years under him.
Right.
Y'all might be able to show him some shit. This is where the hoes at. Where you go?
You would go straight there. Why is it whenever we talk about Doncic, you talk about somebody showing him some hoes? Like he ain't getting his own.
He's a foreign dude. He speaks like 8 different languages. He gonna bring him around.
He got his own. He has his own.
All right, that's cool. You don't think you don't need to be showing around LA real quick?
He don't need Kyle Kuzma to show him nobody.
Nah,
You know what I'm saying?
Luka's
That's
good.
Luka
Luka's good anywhere
Doncic.
he goes.
They'd be like, "Who is that lady next to you, Luka? Who you out with that tall lady with short hair?"
Yeah,
I'm just playing.
fucking with that nigga.
But I'm saying though,
I'm saying is they would get along better because they're closer.
I'm sure. I'm definitely sure. And I think my what I was getting at is I feel like Luka dimes you, right? And I'm not saying LeBron doesn't, but LeBron gets you the ball where you still have to make a play with it. You look at Tim Hardaway, he's posted in that corner. He don't move too much. He might make a backdoor cut, but he don't move too much. He's posted in that corner. And Doncic draws all the attention, and he kicks it to you for the wide open shit. LeBron, a jab step and take it at the top of the key and kick it off to you, like do something with it. You know what I mean? And then Kyle's looking like, fuck it,
confused.
Throw it up. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's a difference as well. So he may fare better with Luka than he would LeBron, even though their styles are so similar. But who knows? We'll see what happens in this offseason. I do think it's going to get shook up like the NFL did this year.
I think it will too.
I feel like it's going to be a lot of things that make changes that get made. It's going to be a lot of people that have jerseys that are going to have to buy new ones. Let's just put it that way.
I agree.
But let's get on to your cousin, Alex Caruso.
My people. Yeah, he's restricted. Well, yeah, he's a restricted free agent, so they don't even know if he's going to come back, let alone after what happened. But as we know, it's legal in LA. But I guess he was in Texas at his alumni, Texas A&M.
Tricking on the young girls.
Probably, and he had a little bit under
That's
2
exactly
ounces on
what
him.
he was doing. He was tricking on the young girls. But see, my whole thing is
bring it out there with you and then leave it there.
You said what?
Supposed to bring it out there with you and leave it there.
You're supposed to have somebody meet you with
LA
it.
with a lot of shit.
Right.
You can leave LA with a lot of shit, but when you get there, leave it there. Don't go back to the airport like I got a little bit left. I'm trying to bring it back. No, you gotta leave it there. You gotta leave it there.
So you got bread anyway. Is that no? That's not how it happened though, because he got caught on Texas A&M campus.
Campus with it.
Doing what?
Probably smoking or just having.
Yeah, they caught
him
him with they said under 2 ounces, but they said they also had drug paraphernalia as well. But see,
trying to get on the airplane.
Huh?
I thought he was trying to get on the airplane.
Nah, he was on the campus. But my whole thing about that is something else had to have been going on because you're Alex Caruso. You know what I mean? You were the guy here back in 2016, 15?
Right. He went there all 4 years.
You were the guy here. So unless motherfuckers just thought he was a 40-year-old, like who the fuck is Kyle Caruso? Like you don't even look.
Alex
he
Caruso.
had hair when he came here. This is not Kyle Caruso.
That
Or I
could
said
have been
Alex.
it, too.
Alex, I meant.
Right. That could have been it too, Cliff. Because y'all remember when they didn't know who?
I'm mixing Kuzma and Alex.
Who's the legend of the Knicks? Who's the legend of the Knicks? Is the coach of the Georgetown Hoyas?
Patrick Ewing.
Y'all remember a couple months ago he was mad because he went to the Garden and some guy or guards didn't know who he was and said you can't. It was something that happened.
Oh no, I didn't hear about that.
That was,
that was one different. That's one different take.
But that was also Charles Oakley too.
Charles Oakley's situation was different though.
It was the same. It was the same situation. They didn't know who they were.
But I was just agreeing with.
They did the same thing to Jeremy Lin. That's just New York. New York don't give a fuck. They that type of person. Who are you? Who is it coming here? What makes you think you can get in here? Right. Not knowing you talking to Jeremy Lin and he just sitting there with his Asian ass looking like, well, can you call the coach? I don't know.
Right.
They do that to everybody in New York.
Dude, if you see a 7-foot dude that say, I used to play here, you gotta let him in. All right. Yeah.
But you in Texas, you white, and you went there, and you went to jail for weed, and you're an NBA player.
You know what that is, though? Man, look, it's hater shit, man. Somebody probably tried to highlight him. He probably played him to the left. Oh, I got something for that ass. Calling the police. Yeah, I got Alex Caruso here. You heard of
But
him?
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Even if the police pull up, right? Even if the police pull up, they should be like, Alex, what's going on? Can you please
Nah.
just put the weed up, sir? Before I don't.
It's
Somebody
Texas,
called him. Can you
dude.
put
It's
it up?
Texas. This is Texas.
He's Alex Caruso. He went to
It's
Texas
Texas.
A&M.
Look, man, I hear what you're saying, but it's Texas. It's both of those, what you just said.
Yeah.
But it's Texas. So if them niggas want to take you down, they gonna take you down for that little bit of weed you have. And what I'm saying is he's probably not gonna get no crazy time, but they gotta at least arrest you, right?
I don't think so. I think to myself, like Alex Caruso, the guy that went to Texas A&M, came back here with the ring, just got out of the NBA playoffs, and he has a little bit of weed on campus. Oh well.
Right.
Oh
You're
well.
you're the cool cop. You're not Johnny by the law.
That don't make no sense. Like
He didn't go to Texas A&M, who's just a regular city cop who's coming there because people got weed and not supposed to have it.
well, no, he was on campus, Texas A&M campus. You work, so that means you work that campus specifically. And I understand he's been out of college for 5 years now, but still, who's the next best player y'all had come out of there?
Basketball wise?
I'm right, yes, and I'm being facetious, but I can't name one either.
No, basketball wise, no. Well, wait a minute. No, basketball wise, no. Wait a minute.
I feel like there is somebody. Now that I think about it, but I was being facetious. But like I'm saying, you don't get a whole bunch of people that come out of Texas A&M that end up being somebody in the NBA. Not like it's an awful team because they've made the bracket, but you don't end up being somebody. So when you have a Kyle Caruso or Alex Caruso that comes back to your campus and you choose to knock him for weed, like it almost makes the young bucks like in high school like, oh, I'm not going to Texas A&M. Right. That motherfucker went there and they took him to jail for weed.
He might have got smart though. He might have got. We don't know like if he might have
Yeah, Texas A&M hitting my showers tonight, and I'll come up with another one. But you get an early hit the fucking showers for that. It doesn't make sense.
I know it's progressive nowadays, right? It's progressive, but it's very true in the 90s and the early 2000s. If you got caught with like a seed or like a half a joint in Texas, you doing 5 years or some shit like that. You going away.
They ain't on the Bible Belt, are they?
No, it's just Texas. They make up their own rules. That's why you can go. That's why you can just go buy a gun in Texas. Pretty much, you can just go buy one. There's not really a background check process. They make up their own rules. There's no income tax. The only way you do that is if you just sit there and make your own shit up. Like Texas is one of the places where everybody's moving to. You already see on the news, like Tesla and all those, they're moving there because of that reason. They make up their own rules and they cater to the people. If they don't like weed, we're going to take all y'all niggas down.
I mean, but it's not just like they making up their own rules, but I feel like they're more so holding on to the rules of the past there.
You can put it how you want to.
Because, I mean, let's be honest.
This is a different place. You should go there.
Yeah, no, I mean, I got people there that have been trying to get me out for years. Listen, there's only a few places I crossed that,
Mason-Dixon line.
Listen, there's only a few places I crossed that for.
Texas, hey, Houston was a great place. Goddamn.
Yeah, I've heard good things, but I don't think it's for me.
All right.
Maybe a vacay, but that wouldn't be.
You're not an out of town. You're not an out of town type nigga anyway. I don't hear you think I'm finna go on a trip.
No vacation type dude.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I'm finna just be on the east side. Find me over here.
You ain't about to catch me out of bounds.
North side and south side.
You ain't about to catch me out of bounds. I don't know what I can have there. I don't know what I can do there. I don't know if I can keep my thing. I don't know what, what I mean? Like,
people that on the same shit you on. Like, if you came down here, all the shit you on, I'm on. I'm just gonna leave it like that. We just go across the city.
I get that.
Yeah, that was like 12 years ago.
It's different, but it's different though. It's different when you somewhere else. You know what I mean? It's different when you somewhere else and shit can hit the fan and you don't got a game plan.
I got a game plan.
You got a game plan because you're there.
Yeah,
Just like
so you
I
think
got a game plan here. But what would
what
your...
I'm trying to say is, you think I'm gonna bring you someplace where I don't have a game plan?
Exactly.
It's not about that.
This is a new place to me too.
But that's what you tell.
So we're gonna
that's what you
figure this
tell
shit
me.
out.
It's
No.
not about that. It's not about that though, because at the same time, let's be honest, this is a different world. Motherfuckers, shit happens, and what happens if something happens to you and you get taken out of the picture? Whether that be a physical altercation, a legal situation, or whatever the case may
I don't want
be.
to tell you this on camera, but that's a little bit scary.
I'm just saying, in general, those are things you have to think about. And if I'm stuck
Make
in a
it easy. People go overseas to places they don't know where nobody's talking about.
That's true.
well, that's different though. That's
This is
completely
Atlanta. You
different.
know, you can see when the bullshit's about to pop off. We've been around long enough. We know how shit shake. Be like, oh shit, something about to pop off. Let's bounce now before the shit gets going.
And like you said, Cliff, you going out in a blazing fire if it comes down to it. And
Listen, period. That's the only option you got. But
You gotta be with people that's going to do the same shit.
right. But at the same time, you gotta be prepared. You gotta have plan B's and C's around here. That's how motherfuckers fall off.
All right, well, you come to Atlanta, I got plan B and plan C, nigga. I ain't gonna lead you nowhere astray, bro.
But listen, in Atlanta, that's different because I got people down there, so I got a plan B. I don't know about a C.
Yeah, well, you gotta find them motherfuckers.
Listen, ain't too far. Motherfuckers ain't too far, baby. Don't worry about that.
30-minute drive. 30
But speaking of Atlanta,
let's talk about it.
yeah, Hawks and the 76ers. The game should be starting right about
8:30.
now.
Yeah, come on now, 8:30.
So we will ask you for a check-in every now and then, Aaron. But
We got up.
Hawks 76ers. What happened?
I'm gonna start it off by saying this. I don't know if I said it before, but I was watching Ben Simmons like a concerned parent. Like I was like, I literally felt bad.
He brought him up himself.
Like I was like, wait a minute, like, are you okay? Like, because I don't like, especially the last game. Last game, he had an open ass dunk, and he just jumped up, and he was like, he got the ball right to his head. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna pass the rock. Then after the game, he was like, man, I felt like somebody was coming over my shoulder. So what?
Talking about Gallinari.
So what? Gallinari's weak. I'm sorry, but he's not no defensive pressure. You put that thing up and you dunk it, or you get fouled in the process. You'll be like, oh, I felt Gallinari behind me, so I had to pass the rock to somebody else. Dunk that shit. Like what part of you? This is the worst thing I've ever seen as far as like playoff. Just you get to the playoffs and it's like,
listen, that nigga a Louisiana bust.
look,
He a Louisiana bust. They said he was the best player in Louisiana since Shaquille O'Neal.
probably.
I never bought the hype, even if he was at LSU.
Oh, I loved him at LSU. I did. I ain't even gonna lie. I loved him at LSU.
He was supposed to be like the truth too. But
I never saw this though. I never. Those players couldn't exploit. Oh, what's good, Donovan?
What's up, Donovan?
Oh, and off topic, but I'll send you your little shit this weekend. I have ran out of shirts in your size, so you'll have a pack coming. I'll probably mail it out Saturday, so you'll probably have about Wednesday. But well, first of all, what he said. He said I almost broke my TV because the Nets didn't win an OT. Why would you? I mean, listen, you must. If you like the Nets, that's Surveil. James Harden is Surveil's favorite player for some reason, and I give him shit every time I see him.
it's because he's young.
Fuck you, like. I mean, I'm not saying why do you like him because I mean he is a good player.
Is he in high school?
Yeah, he in high school.
Okay.
Yeah, he looked grown.
He
now.
said I think Phoenix is gonna go. That's my favorite team. No cap. I mean, Phoenix has been showing themselves since the bubble. The bubble was their baptism.
Yeah,
They got dipped in holy water.
They didn't lose not one game in the bubble. That's what I was telling you about Monty
Phoenix is
Williams.
hot.
Monty Williams, I'm telling you, man.
They got dipped in holy water in the bubble, and ever since, they've come out blessed. Especially the way that Devin Booker's been producing and like hasn't really hit a wall or burnt out. You know what I mean?
No.
That's impressive.
You didn't have that James Harden problem. I'm gonna
Clearly.
give you every game.
Every game.
First game of the season, last game of the season. Middle of the season, when you think shit's sweet, I'm gonna bust 50 on you or 60. Might even 71, 72, because he done did that before. Might get it to you.
He's you gotta give him his P's. You gotta give him his P's. But I'm sorry, before we do go to them, I do want to stay on
Hawks and Bucks.
yeah, just for the fact that first of all, I want to read. Did you see Kendrick Perkins' tweet
No.
No, what
about
did he say?
Trae Young?
No, what did he say?
I got it in here somewhere. Okay, here it go. He say, now hold up, goddammit. Y'all want to talk about Philly collapsing instead of talking about the greatness of Trae Young. If Luka was up on the number 1 seed, they would be preparing a statue for him. Give Trae the same energy. Carry on.
Absolutely.
You agree with that?
He's underrated, man.
Because they were traded for each other. Remember, Luke was supposed to be a Hawk. Trae was supposed to be a Maverick.
Yeah.
They traded. Who's still in the playoffs?
Right.
I mean, that's the easy way to measure it. There's teams and the coach and all that shit, but who's still in the playoffs?
So that brings up an interesting question then. Now, who do you feel has the best supporting cast? Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks or Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks?
I think the Hawks have made a better team around Trae Young, and I think they're still trying to find the team for Luka.
That's a good.
What team do you need? We're gonna give you this foreign tall white guy. Oh, you don't like his ass? We're gonna get him out of here.
The dot connector. Where the fuck you at, Brittany? You was supposed to challenge him for his dot connector status.
Yeah, well, hey,
In here.
I stand on top.
Listen, he's still holding the throne. That's all I got to say. But yeah, no, that I mean, I agree. I do agree there. Now the question is, you think Luka does the same thing if you trade him back, and vice versa?
On the Hawks, he could.
I don't know if he has the same. Trae Young seems more focused on killing you.
Wait, what? Repeat yourself. I'm sorry, I was reading.
Trae Young seems more focused on killing you. Like, I think Luka wants to beat you. I think Trae wants to kill you. I think he wants to go out there and hurt somebody. Well, not hurt somebody. He wants to, he wants to show out. He wants to have a spectacle. I think Luka wants to beat you. Technically, I'm going to use my footwork and my style to get attention and all this type of shit. I think Trae's going out there like, man, I'm going to go to the basket. It's going to be a floater. It's going to be an alley-oop. I'm going to bust a 3 on your ass.
Listen,
try to stop it.
I'm going to have to respectfully disagree just for the simple fact that Luka Doncic has by far been way more consistent in the playoffs than Trae. Trae's last game shot 5 for 23 from the field, 2 for 11 from 3, ended the game with 21 points. You never see that from Doncic. Doncic's never not going to be the number 1 scorer on the team, and he'll still give you 8 to 10 assists.
How many assists did he have?
Trae, 10. He had 10 assists, 21 and 10.
Okay.
Well, 21, 3 and 10, but he had 10 assists. But I'm just saying that Doncic is, in my opinion, and I'm not saying that. No, I guess I am. I'm saying that I would take I'm saying that they were dumb for trading Doncic for Trae Young. Trae Young's a great player, absolutely amazing, and I'm so happy that this is his breakout season and people actually get to see him. But the fact of the matter is, I give him his praise because he is the quarterback of that team. But the truth is, Doncic got you. He got you right now, at least. You may have gone further, but that doesn't say your game is better.
And my only challenge to that is that what games matter? What type of game matters? The playoff game or the regular season game? Now,
I agree. But if you put stats to stats, Doncic beats him every time.
That's what I'm saying. The stat-wise, he beats him every time. But people were expecting Luka to win those games. Niggas been down in Trey this whole time. Oh, he's not gonna beat this team.
That's the difference.
He's not gonna beat this team. And each time he's going out there, not only beating you, but I'm embarrassing you boys in some points in time. Now he doesn't do it all the time.
Right? But I'm not gonna lie though. I was one of those people that got rocked to sleep like that. I was one of those people that said that I don't think that Trae Young has a supporting cast to be able to take on who's the first team that they played?
Knicks.
The Knicks. I thought the Knicks was going to win because I said I don't think that the supporting cast is strong enough to support Trae to be able to get him out of this series.
Let's sit here and think about the Knicks supporting cast. Julius Randle, Derrick Rose. Name them other niggas, please.
Emmanuel Quickly.
Right.
Obi Toppin.
Right. Hold up.
But that's the supporting cast is going to be what you now see as the Hawks.
But what I'm saying is I think that the Hawks on paper match exactly up to the New York Knicks.
Niggas was saying they had a deeper team before that series started.
Said that the Hawks had a deeper team?
Yes. You're starting
niggas in Atlanta. Niggas in Atlanta in your microcosm.
Right.
Yeah, no, that's not in Atlanta, but okay. Okay.
In your microcosm, but when I really look at the Knicks bench.
Okay.
Knicks got depth. They've got depth.
Listen, the whole reason that game won, they won that game 7 to the 76ers was Kevin Huerter.
Who's on the bench?
Right.
No, he's a starter.
Now
he's a starter. He's been a starter.
The redhead dude.
Been a starter. The only bench, you know why he's a starter is because Lou Williams comes off the bench to take him out. Unless they put him at point guard.
I know they got Bogey starting to.
Right. But I've even seen them put Bogey at 3.
So has not Kevin Huerter now. All right, so here's what I'm trying to say. All right, look. When we're comparing the Knicks to the Hawks, when you look at those depth charts,
you're telling
me you looked at those depth charts and was like, oh, the Knicks have a better depth chart than the Hawks. That's what you're saying.
I did. Okay. I did.
So you're proving wrong.
No, I was. I'm saying I was one of those people.
The next series, you have Seth Curry on the bench, who had a great series. Joel Embiid, MVP. Ben Simmons, who decided to blow a whole tire and just not show up.
But
right?
See, that's the difference, though. Because go ahead.
All I'm trying to say is that these teams that they've been up against, you feel like the Knicks were better than the Hawks. They prevailed.
Right. Now, the difference...
I felt like the Sixers were better than the Hawks.
No, that's the difference. That's where I remember, if you remember correctly, Malcolm, I said that I think Clint Capella will match up good with Embiid. If they shut him down, the Hawks will win that series. I did say that. I did think that the Hawks had a better matchup with the Sixers than anybody else. But I did not think that in that original first round that the Hawks had a good enough supporting cast to get them through that.
Right.
So with that being said, I did get a boost. I got spotted some points by noticing the mismatch with Atlanta and Philly because I already saw what the supporting cast did in the prior series. You feel what I'm saying? So it's not like I just came up with that off the top. I'm not going to give myself that. But when I saw that game and saw what everybody else was doing on the team beside Trae Young, I was like, oh, they could pull it off against the 76ers. So they did rock me to sleep. I will give you that. I was one of those people that were like, yeah, they're not going to make it past them. So, I mean, I understand your point. I just don't see Trae being better than Doncic right now. Now, I think he has the potential to be, but I also think that you play American flashy basketball and Doncic plays European I get buckets basketball. There's a difference.
I think Trae Young's game can transition. He's shown.
No, I agree. I do agree. I agree 100%.
He can easily transition to an older type of Dame Lillard type of game where I can't run to the basket all the time, but all I'm trying to say is that he's still in the playoffs. It's hard for me to say that Trae Young isn't better than Luka if he took his team that he came with, and Luka got his team with some added on pieces. Some added on pieces.
You are right about that too. Well, I guess you could say that the addition of Porzingis to Dallas would be similar to the addition of Capella. So I don't think I could.
The only thing that I mean, cut you off. The only thing that I'll say, Aaron, is that we're talking about. So I thought about it deeper. Would Trae Young do this in the West? What he's doing right now in the East? Probably not. I love Trae Young. Got the jersey on. Love Trae Young.
That's a good question. I never thought of it like that.
Would Trae Young do what he's doing right now in the East? Because we know I feel like Luka would dominate in the East. So dominate in the East, right? Am I right or wrong?
And with a better supporting cast than what he has, that puts him in two different spots now.
Trae would struggle in the West. The West is, we know, typically tougher.
Okay, I'll take that L as far as that. But what I will say, if you look at Luka, and I'm not saying he's not going to flourish in the East, but the team that he has is a flashy American style team, run to the basket alley-oop. If you're a person,
Dallas?
No, I'm talking about the Hawks.
No, I agree.
Centric,
right? So you can't play the same. I get
Luka
it.
Is a half-court player. He's not a transition.
He's going hoops though.
He's going hoop. I'm not saying he's throwing hoops. I'm not saying that. What I'm trying to say his game is okay. Rock at the top. Let me set up. Let me make a move in a play. The Hawks are a get down the court and score type team.
Right.
That's how they flourish. They don't run a lot of half-court sets and win a lot of shit.
Right.
Ball from you, they take it from you, they run down, shoot a three,
a float,
or alley-oop. I think, and I could be very wrong about this. But all I'm saying is, I'm riding high on the Trae Young train right now.
I am too.
Right.
And
I want him to win.
I'm not seeing the huge flaws in his game. Sure, there's flaws in his game, but this is his first playoff.
You know what his flaws are?
Rock.
You know what his flaws are? His flaw. I noticed this, and Don, I see you in the chat. I'm not ignoring you. Just some of your comments are on what we about to talk about next, so I'm waiting on to. I got them in the chamber for you. But his flaws are the same as Paul George. I noticed that because they're the number one guys right now on their team. Not saying Trae Young, he's always been the number one guy. But because they are the number one guys and they're in this situation, they feel like they have to hoist everything up. They have to be the one to take every shot. And that's his downfall. Because then it's like, well, you're fucking up right now. You're forcing shots that you shouldn't be forcing. And if you just
true. The last game he was fucking up, but he still had 10 assists.
No, but I'm saying from a shot perspective, if you in the game 5 for 23, you were hoisting up shots you had no business hoisting up. If you move the ball around more.
I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say that he shot the shots he was supposed to shoot and missed them.
Okay.
But then he also facilitated. Now, if he had 20 and he only had 5 assists, I would agree with you. But eventually throughout the game, he was like, look, let me distribute a little bit more. Let me try to pass around.
We know Trae Young can get more than 10.
What, assists? Yeah, he probably can. But that's after he figured out my shot's not on. So let me change it around.
How many shots past 5 do you need to figure that out?
Hey, you gotta think though. This is Trae Young. If you're the coach, you want him to shoot.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But when you see that, listen, when you see that Kevin Huerter is hitting the way he's hitting.
Yeah, where do you think some of them assists came from?
Oh, you know some of them came from there. But I'm just saying that, I mean, even them, like, I can't. I mean, Clint Capella was the next high with 13, but
I want to bring something else up about that series. I want to shout out John Collins for showing up to that post conference with that Joel Embiid shirt when he dunked on dude. Oh, that's ultimate trolling right there, right?
Listen, he must got his set up at the crib.
I wish I thought I could do that shit, man. That's just hard, man.
Listen,
y'all see my shirt, y'all see it.
That's insult to injury.
That was sick.
Listen, but that's another thing. Joel Embiid don't know if he coming back.
They gonna fix the team around him. If he doesn't come back, that's a tragedy for the 76ers. But
I wouldn't.
I want Ben Simmons out here. Hey Ben, you gotta go.
Motherfucker said that 2 years ago.
Well, now
I want Ben Simmons out of here, and y'all didn't listen.
Hopefully they listen now. Otherwise, they're gonna lose Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons because you can't keep them. You don't lose them both.
I think Ben Simmons could be a lot better somewhere else.
Cleveland.
Look, bro. I saw the stat line in all the fourth quarters of all
I wouldn't
games
want him in Cleveland.
of all 7 games of that series. In all the fourth quarters,
I might.
he shot 3 shots. He shot 3 shots in all 7 games in the fourth quarter.
Listen.
At all 7 fourth quarters up, he only shot 3 fucking shots.
Listen, Joel and Doc Rivers threw him under the bus. They asked Doc Rivers, "Can y'all win a championship with Ben Simmons at the point?" He said, "I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if we can."
Yeah, the whole every piece of hell no. No.
Well, you know you can't say
Get
that.
off the team.
You know you can't say that.
I know, but that's what he felt inside. That's the only way he can say that. Well, is he a championship player? I don't know.
Did y'all see what Shaq said about Ben Simmons?
Did we see what?
That's my coach answer. That's my coach version
Right.
of.
I mean, you got to.
Knock his bitch ass up out of here.
All right.
Take his jersey right now. We should have stripped that shit off when he walked off the court,
Listen,
nigga.
that's how I feel about Kevin Love talking about he opted into the Olympics. I hope we leave you in Spain, motherfucker. I hope you don't catch that plane back to this motherfucker.
Tokyo, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, but you know they going. Well, I guess
They
are.
got
The NBA, I think they travel, don't they?
They got qualifiers.
Yeah, the NBA
qualifiers.
travels. They don't know. They're not. Oh, right, and then they do it all in right.
Yeah.
Leave them somewhere else. Leave that motherfucker in Tokyo. Leave him in Fashion Week. Cause
back in his time.
Y'all said the play leave at 7. Nah, I'll leave at 3.
right.
We're gonna send somebody over there. They're gonna bring you back to the hotel.
Listen,
They're gonna fly you out back home to Cleveland tomorrow because you fine.
Listen, get him out of there. But what would you say about?
No, I was just saying Shaq said back in his time, like that performance Ben Simmons had in the series, especially for the last game 7. He said he would have got beat up ASAP in the locker room.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they would have roughed him up.
You gotta touch him up.
I'm sure they would have roughed him up. That was soft. It was soft shit. But I mean, that's what happens.
I'd be like, there's no way in hell that I can see you actively score 30 or some points throughout the season, damn near get triple doubles, but on the game 7, you go ghost mode. Nah, man, we got to back you up. However this shit go, it go. What I'm trying to say is that when you get back to because you basically cost them the chip.
Right. You did. You did.
You
did.
You can blame Doc Rivers for something, I guess. But other than that, nigga, it was you. You decided not to show
Game
up.
7, my nigga had 5 points, 8 rebounds, 13 assists. No.
That sounds like me in elementary school, right?
right.
In elementary school, I'm out there and I was happy about this. I had 5 points and 2 rebounds, 2 assists. McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Nigga,
had
you are
13 assists.
Oh yeah, 13 assists.
Right. And 8 rebounds. But I mean that's not I'm not gonna say that's not impressive, the side stats, but it's not enough coming from a Ben Simmons. If you're not gonna score, you should have at least 10 rebounds. You should now 13 assists coming from a Ben Simmons is not impressive, especially from a non-scoring Ben Simmons.
Like he's doing what I hate about what LeBron does sometimes times a million.
What?
When LeBron goes with his big ass up to the rim and passes the ball. Somebody said, Ben Simmons, you are 6'10" and 240 pounds. Dunk that bitch.
Right.
Stopping you in the court. Nobody. You're athletic, you're fast, you can jump. You can't shoot. But you're strong.
Okay, yeah, right. That's what I don't understand. Like, there's no reason, like, if he put his, like I said on the previous podcast, if he put his head down and go to the hoop, there's no reason that you should be able to stop him like Giannis. Like, of course, he's not as long as Giannis, but he's definitely heavier.
Yeah, he carries more weight.
Right.
He dribbles better, and he has a little bit better. He has a much better basketball IQ, if you ask me, because he can definitely pass the ball well.
He just has a broken wrist. His wrist is no flick. Fuck up a batch of dope, no wrist.
But his wrist, the wrist is part of the shoot game. his going to the basket and just laying the ball up or dunking the ball like he's supposed to be doing. You can't do that for me. Like Shaq said, if I couldn't shoot free throws, but I was jump hooking niggas to death.
Listen.
Like I would jump hook you for 40 points.
Right.
I was 40,
and
30.
nobody's going to stop it.
They did do Hack and Shack. They did that to me too. I still got 30, 35
Right.
on.
Right.
I still won 4 championships.
Listen, I don't get it. But
score update, 19-18 Bucks. First quarter, 2 minutes left.
And that's what. Okay, so I was just about to say that we about to give me y'all's predictions on this series, and then I'm about to hit the chat, and we moving on to the Suns Clippers.
Y'all waiting on me to go first.
I'm gonna say Atlanta in 7.
Atlanta in 7.
Atlanta in 7.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Bucks in 6. And the reason why is because Atlanta likes to just fuck up when they get to someplace. So I'm thinking that fuck up is happening now.
Okay. So you said Bucks in 6.
I want to say Bucks in 7, but that's boring. We're gonna go Bucks in 6. God damn it.
I'm going Atlanta in 6.
Atlanta in 6. I was thinking about it, but I was like,
Hey man, let's ruffle the feathers, man. God damn it.
Yeah, I'm going Atlanta in 6.
I don't think it's gonna be that simple.
Yep, no, I'm going Atlanta in 6. I said it. And I'm sticking to it like Aaron said.
I think Drew Holiday can actually do something with Trae Young. That's what I think. That's where I'm getting that from.
Oh, I definitely think that. I definitely didn't think about that before I made my prediction. But I'm still good because he's still coming off an injury. Trae Young's gonna work you regardless, and it's hard to stay in front of him. So I'm still going Atlanta in 6. What's y'all's predictions on this game this evening? Who gets this win?
Looks like I'm gonna go ahead and say the Bucks look like they're a little more fresh. Their game is a little bit closer, so they're still a little bit warm.
Okay.
I think they'll take the first game. We got Bobby Portis hitting threes in this bitch. Yeah, I think they'll take this game. But I think
Atlanta.
Just because Atlanta's gonna figure something out, and you know what I'm saying.
The game's in Milwaukee.
Yeah, it's in Milwaukee. Yeah, the next game. Yeah, the first 2 games in Milwaukee.
Okay.
I'm going Atlanta.
I think. Yeah, I don't know. Trey's got the hot hand. Bucks had a. Bucks had a little bit more rest by like a day or 2, right? I think.
Did you heard what y'all said?
What?
Nah, he just mashed on somebody. I'm actively watching the game right now.
Did the Bucks have a day or 2 of extra rest compared to Atlanta?
No, they came off their game. I think they did. Wait a minute.
Nah, they both went to Game 7. What's fucked up is that LA Clippers got no rest, and they gave them like a 3 days off for the East to get their shit right before they come back and play.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Atlanta Cliff.
Proud me, Paul George. You better make that shit happen.
Atlanta Game 1. Okay, I wrote that down. Now, we'll move on. First and foremost, I do want to hit the chat because I haven't hit it in a while. And Donovan said, I think the Hawks rely. Oh no, before that. And this is where, well, let's hit that and then we'll go backwards. He said, I think the Hawks rely on Trae way too much, and I feel like that makes him feel like all the weight's on his shoulders, like KD and the Nets. I definitely agree there. And that's why I said if they move the ball around more instead of him just hoisting up shots, I think he would get a little bit more production out of the people on the bench.
I think a lot of the teams going forward, the Bucks, and if the Hawks do get past the championship team that they see, the respect level of these other players is going to go up.
Right.
So we're going to guard them a lot harder. We're not going to let Kevin Herter do shit.
Right.
We're not going to let John Collins do shit. Clint Capella's not shit. It's going to be you. Or opposite, vice versa. However you want to come at it, they're going to make a game plan where it's like, we're not going to let Solomon Hill come out here
I'm calling it. I'm calling it right now. X Factor in this series is Clint Capella. They got to get Clint Capella moving to win. And I'm going to tell you why. Because Joel Embiid doesn't like to bang down low, and that's what Clint Capella specializes in. So you're going to have to really rough him up down there.
You talking about Giannis?
Right. I was okay.
Yeah, because I think he proved that, I guess.
Yeah, he did.
Even though Joel was balling.
He's gonna give you his numbers, but I did mean Giannis because they don't have really anybody else to put on him. Yeah, they don't got nobody else really to put on Clint.
Athletically, no, but size-wise, yes.
Size-wise, yes, but yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That's why he would.
That's all PJ Tucker was doing, Kevin Durant. PJ Tucker might push him around a little bit. I'm not saying he's gonna fuck him up, but he's the type of person you go for the alley oop. I'm gonna push your ass out the sky.
So
you're not gonna get the alley-oop.
So executive decision, put PJ Tucker on Clint Capella.
Every now and again, when he starts getting hot, touch him up, pick him up real quick. Put a foul to him, put him up the line.
That's the only reason you could put him on there is put a foul to him.
I mean,
what else would he be doing to stop Clint Capella?
Putting a body on him.
He could put a body on him, and he might stop him from really like bullying him, backing him down. But you're not stopping him from scoring.
Let's put a little respect on PJ Tucker's name.
Not for no fucking Clint Capella, no.
All right, so all I'm trying to say is, look, you put PJ Tucker on Clint Capella sometimes. He's gonna have to pick and roll, not the
maybe
pick and roll.
on a switch, but why?
Look, how many times does Clint Capella back people down? That's not his game. He catches alley-oops or rebounds. That's all he does. You act like Clint Capella has a back-to-the-basket game. He does not.
He got enough for PJ Tucker. Tucker?
I haven't seen it this whole playoffs. The back-to-the-basket game of Clint Capella. All he does is get alley-oops. Show me the footage of him backing people up and backing up for a turnaround J. I want to see that shit.
No turnaround. Ain't nobody talking about no turnaround J. We talking about letting them old big man floaters, big man hooks up. Yes, he does that.
Man, look. He is a rebounder
and a putback guy.
They do not have plays. Well, they do have plays. They do not run plays often for Clint Capella.
Right.
I'm not going to change that because PJ Tucker's in the game. The game plan's going to stay the same.
Well, yeah, all I'm
Let's
saying
watch the game. Let's watch the games.
And we will.
Let's see how it goes.
We will. But what I'm saying is, in order for them to win, they're going to have to use him a lot more than they normally would have, which was my original statement. Yours was that PJ's going to guard him, and if that's the case, I don't know if that's going to work out too much.
You said, I think you said, but who's going to guard him is what you're saying.
No, I said my original statement was that
in order you said who's going to guard him. They're going to use him more in this because they don't have enough people to guard him. Is what you were saying.
Right, and I said who Giannis, and you said athletically no, and then you said PJ Tucker.
Then I also was going to bring up Brook Lopez.
Right, but he can't. He's not guarding. He's not guarding Clint Capella.
So what?
He's not guarding Clint Capella.
I'm not saying he's going to guard him from the free-point line, but he's definitely going to stand there when he's trying to mash.
And he's going to get mashed on. And he's going to get mashed on.
He's going to dunk on somebody. He's going to dunk on somebody.
Right. And Brook Lopez has no vert, not a vert, no vert, vertless.
He's a basketball player. He's 7 foot. He's a big body. He can push him off his block. He's going to get him out the way for the offensive rebound. You know what I'm trying to say? There's difference of man than just being athletic, man.
Listen, Brook Lopez don't get a lot of rebounds. You be lucky if that motherfucker get 10, 11. And you talking about Clint Capella, offensive rebounding king out there.
That's what's up. Push him off of that.
All right, and I hear you. I'm not saying that I don't hear you. I'm just saying I disagree.
No, I'm just keep trying to prove my point. That's all I'm doing.
Right, and I get it. And we gonna see. The game's on right now. Unfortunately, I do not have enough screens in my system to watch it currently. And if I did, I'd probably shut this whole fucking grid down. I got too much running as it is. But moving on. We touched on it. We never got on it. Suns Clippers. They're already up 2-0 against the Clippers. Two pretty close games, I will say. I'll definitely say that. I would like to see. They don't play tonight. They play tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Right. I would like to see how the Suns fare in LA. That's something that's going to be interesting because I do feel like that ever since the 4-4 guy, or I mean, I said the 4-4 like he Dave Thomas, the Suns in 4 guy that beat up the dude from LA. It was like Suns or Utah. It was like Suns in 4. And Devin Booker paid for his tickets to come out to the. Listen, that's the realest shit.
Yeah, that's what's up.
That's the realest shit. And I fucks with the Suns in 4 guy because he didn't even start it. He just fucked you up real quick. Now this nigga on giving interviews talking about how he can get his ass whooped like that. Yes, your bitch ass did. Yes, your Mormon ass did. Get rid of that fucking Utah jersey with your bitch ass. Learn how to fight. You got your ass whooped. Suns in 4. The fuck? You ain't see that?
No, I ain't see it.
You ain't see it? It was to the point.
I heard about it though. I ain't see it.
It was to
though.
the point that there was another brawl at Game 1 of the Suns LA, and everybody fucked the LA fans up and was yelling Suns in 4 again.
Like when I was at the first game with the Hawks and the Knicks, niggas was getting their ass whooped. You don't think somebody wearing a Knicks jersey walked down that tight ass stairway they get toughed up?
Listen, every sport is gonna have fights.
Yeah, what I'm talking about, but look, if you're in a foreign arena, and look,
we always rock our Raiders.
Yeah,
we don't never go to home games. We out in Sacktown, and I wish a motherfucker would.
Y'all got a reputation. What I'm trying to say is a Jazz fan tried to make that reputation, and it didn't work.
No, I'm not gonna be no asshole either. Like, I'm not gonna let you yell in my face, but I'm not gonna be no asshole. Like, I get it, y'all hype, that's fine, but you get in my face, and just understand that I'm dropping something. Something's getting dropped before I get fucked up out here.
I think that happens at every sporting event ever, pretty much. Like every basketball game.
My first
somebody gets into a fight. I've seen at baseball stadiums. I saw a fight at a college football game.
It's sports.
Exactly what I'm saying. Like sports, if you come around,
motherfuckers hyped.
If you want to walk down that tight ass stairwell wearing that Knicks shit, to where the fuck you wearing and talking hella shit and calling people a bitch, somebody like, look, man, this man is calling me a bitch.
No, that's right. You
that's
upset. That's what it comes down to. You upset your squad is losing and you want to take it out on somebody that's close to you, and you got fucked up. Suns in 4. That's not how I get down, but at the same time, I have no problem getting jumped in here. You hear what I'm saying? But who's gonna pay for your hospital bills? They gonna fuck me up. I know that, but I'm gonna get you first.
I'm gonna hit you, and then I'm gonna take this.
And then I'm gonna just curl up and hope that they don't stop me too tough.
You probably get 2-3 off because it's Utah.
Right, right. I might be able to take a few.
Oh, you gotta stop. Oh shit.
I might be able to take a few before they put me down, but listen, I don't know. I might feel upset if I got put down in Utah. Now Phoenix, I can understand that. Y'all got the motherfucking fentanyl cartel out there. But Utah? You talking about Utah? You talking about your entourage consists of your 3 sister wives? I'm pretty sure I'm good in Utah. That's a sundown town too.
Right now, man.
Yeah, I'm just saying, fuck Utah. Donovan Mitchell, get the fuck up out of there. Get the fuck up out of there. I said that before. Fuck anywhere that still got acting like you got sundown towns, like niggas can't be there, but you want to root for 4 or 5 on fucking Utah Jazz. Fuck you, bitch, nigga. Get your ass beat Suns in 4 every fucking time.
Dwayne Wade, Jazz owner.
Listen, that's how I feel about it. But getting into that game, first game of the season, or I mean, of the conference finals, Suns won 21-14. It was a lot closer than the end result put on. But what I will say is Devin Booker dropped that 40-piece triple-double, and
Think about Bob, you.
you said
I
what?
was about to say, is he saying something? I thought he was saying something. I thought it was
I did too at first. I seen him. He handled his business, but Devin Booker dropped that 40-point triple double and then celebrated with Chris Paul in the FaceTime. You see that?
Nope.
He was walking back to the locker room talking to Chris Paul on the FaceTime, and you know he was saying, "These bitch ass niggas can't beat us without you. What the fuck's gonna happen when you come back?" And he's supposed to be back tomorrow.
This is all to the
Chris
Clippers.
Paul's back game 3.
Paul Pierce should be doing something, but if Kawhi was there, you have to wonder what the outcome would be.
No. I agree, and that's what Don said, that if Kawhi was in, he doesn't see Phoenix getting it, and he a Phoenix fan. I agree 100%. If Kawhi was in the game, regardless of Chris Paul, you got problems.
It'd be interesting.
But once again, I feel like the issue with the Clippers, because they right on that hump, I honestly, like I said, this is going to be the test when the Suns go to L.A. Because Clippers was on their ass both times. And I don't want to skip ahead, but that Game 2 loss, whose fault was that?
Paul
George.
Playoff fucking P.
I keep saying Paul Pierce. Paul George.
Right.
Paul,
right. You missed them fucking them 2 free throws to put you up 3.
That's the difference between somebody who you expect to make free throws and somebody you don't expect. You expect, now you might miss one, but he was almost in the 50, 40, 90 club, if I'm not mistaken. He was close.
Yeah.
You were supposed to make at least one of them. If you had made one,
He's not a bad free throw shooter, but I feel like,
because I'm pretty sure somebody was saying something in that crowd and went right to him and just got right to his ass.
I don't think that's the case. You might be right, but the only reason why I say I don't think that's the case is because you look at his previous playoff, it's kind of like James Harden, but not as bad. He does a lot better than James Harden. But he still gets put in that group. Kind of like Matt puts Fitzpatrick in the group with, who else did you say? And I'm like, I don't know if both of them should be in the same group. But when you talk about not coming through, it makes sense.
Fitzpatrick and, a couple of them.
I can't think of the other dude. You said one other Flacco, dude that I was like, damn. It wasn't Flacco.
Oh, you talking about?
I put Flacco
I'm talking about football. But it's the same thing. Like Paul George, the reason why he missed those free throws is the same reason why it took him until this year to get his playoff rhythm back. Because he's another one of those people who plays nervous. Shit's on my shoulders. I'm nervous now.
Like, even when they were talking about, when they were chanting like Pandemic P and all type of shit, when it was, like chanting shit, he was always missing those free throws. He's somebody.
Okay, that shit. Right.
I'm saying, like, he's somebody you can always get to him if you chant some shit, whatever it is.
Only in the postseason.
Well, it works.
Only in the postseason.
These niggas.
In the regular season, he's, like you said, almost 50, 40, 90 club. Like, he's clutch. Like, he's hitting shit.
There's something that we don't know about the postseason that just be happening to people because it's obvious.
It's probably a lot of pressure.
Yeah, but that pressure should make you. Well, that's what it does. It makes you
either a diamond or you bust.
Right.
We don't see
Piper or a diamond.
That regular shit out the window. We finna see who you really are right now. Here go the rock. Boom.
But see, that's another reason why I like to definitely bring it up on this podcast because I want to let motherfuckers know that I'm not just thinking about it from a fan's perspective. But that's another thing, like I said, that I don't think we as fans take into account is that we don't know what their agents are saying to them in that locker room. You know what I mean? Like,
Friends,
good shit. You made the conference finals. If you only get a couple 30-point games, I can get you this. And now you're putting more weight on my shoulders. And I'm thinking, like, fuck, I was preparing for the game and you're talking business. Now I gotta hit 30 or I can't get more money. And now I'm fucking up, hoisting up shots I have no business putting up. Like, you gotta think about everything that's not just on the screen that we watch as fans. Because I don't like to be hard on motherfuckers for no reason. You know what I mean? But let's be honest. A motherfucker like James, you got paid 3 times over, motherfucker. You still not producing? It's not about your money. It's not about what the agent said to you in the locker room. It's something deeper than that. You're just not clutch. Let's just be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. You're not clutch. Yes, we love you in the regular season. Postseason, cut the cameras. This is sparring for him.
Yeah.
He's not in the fight.
Like I said, I think it's a lot, like, not only agents, but it's like whatever the contributing factors of your life are, whether it's your friends, family, agent, manager, teammate, whatever. They're letting that get to them. You don't have your own path out. You're trying to let people say, "Oh, nigga, you should shoot 30 shots next game."
Right.
That's what people do. Y'all niggas be. They tell you some shit that they know ain't no real good advice, but they say some shit anyway.
Right.
But I think that's a lot of it too. And then for Paul George, he's going back kind of close to home. I know he's from the LA area. I'm not really sure. So you got people out there in the crowd,
right?
And, telling you got to bring the chip back home or you a bust, and what happened last year, cuz, and all type of shit. Whatever it is, what I'm trying to say is that shit is really a factor, because you're right. From me sitting on this couch, I want to say all the things I want to say, but I'm not out there shooting them shots.
Right.
And trying, I'm not out there doing that.
But at the same time, you ain't paid to either, motherfucker. If that's all you got to do, that's it. You could guarantee that, at least for me. If all I'm doing is putting up 1,000 shots a day, you can guarantee I'm at least gonna hit that bitch from the corner when you give it to me.
I know for a fact I got heart. So I got one of them. So I'm gonna go out there and give it to you. You may look garbage as fuck, but I'm gonna go out there and give it to you.
But see, those are the players that I don't mind. I don't mind the awkward looking motherfuckers that are out there. But you getting points, you doing work, you making. That's Trent Brown. That's Trent Brown for the Nets. And I kept saying, put him in more. He's getting your team hyper.
Look, a little man get the rebound. Ah!
Right. Like, I just don't listen.
You can throw on elbows and shit underneath the basket and shit. His niggas in the real.
What kind of question, Don? Have you guys ever had a burger with a cheese and bacon filling with lettuce and tomatoes on top? I've never even heard of that, Don. I'll tell you that.
Well, good luck to you.
Right, yeah. And my only question, are the tomatoes the bun? Or are there tomatoes on top and then a bun on it?
I think you were saying, like, inside of the burger, you would have the cheese and the bacon.
Inside, and then the tomato and lettuce on top.
Yeah, like a regular burger.
Listen. Yeah, no. That's called a Lucy, I thought.
Single cigarette?
Yeah, I thought that was called a Lucy. Like, not with the bacon in it, but a Lucy, they take the two beef patties and they fold the cheese up and put it in between them and mash it together, and then they cook it. And they don't put cheese on it. They just put the dressing on the top and the cheese is inside the burger. A Juicy Lucy or something like that.
Like Lucy, like Lucy?
Yeah.
Not like a Lucy, but like a...
No, not like a Lucy cigarette. Like a Juicy Lucy or
that
something.
That would take 2 burger patties, put a cigarette between that.
Right. You smoke while you eat that motherfucker.
Take a bite and you get a puff.
You stupid as fuck, man. But yeah, nah. Saturdays is 6:30. Usually weekdays is 7:30. But we gonna see how that works out when the NFL starts back up. We'll figure it out around that time.
We got to start earlier today. Goddamn.
He said, "What? I mean, listen, I'm definitely not against knocking it out early. But I know motherfuckers got shit to do. You know, people got jobs, kids, and all that. So best times around now on the weekdays."
I'm new to this weekend life. Having weekends off. I'm new to that. This is new to me.
Oh, really? Oh, you got weekends off now?
When they come around, but oh shit, I ain't got shit to do.
Listen, I said that's an adult job when you get your weekends off.
Yeah, I have
Them
a kid.
weekdays. I'm not saying that there aren't adult jobs where you have to work weekends, but
If you work in a hotel, you gotta work weekends, holidays.
listen, it's a
Right,
lot
right.
of food. A whole what do they call it? The whole
Food.
service.
Food and beverage.
Food service.
Food and beverage.
That's not what I was thinking of, but
Industry, hospitality.
hospitality service, right? Anything in that.
All the same.
Yeah, you gotta be available, and I get it. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, a nigga like me got side hustles and shit, and I can't give you all that time.
It's good to have a side hustle at a hotel. I'm gonna leave it like that.
But you talking about other side hustles? I'm saying I got side hustles I gotta take care of,
It's the same thing.
and until I get a job at a hotel,
Different, really different, man. This
it's
ain't
not the
different.
same thing at all.
Different obligations.
Period.
I get it.
But where was we at? Oh, we gonna game 2 it up, and then we gonna wrap it up a little bit. We got about 10 minutes. So first of all, that game 2 against the Suns Clippers,
Last night. Yeah.
that motherfucker was wild.
DeAndre Ayton at the end.
Man, DeAndre Ayton threw out. He was
Right.
dunking on what's the dude's name?
Yeah, not Ibaka. He used to play for the Lakers. Zubac.
Zubac was dunking all over. He was bullying the shit out of him. And right when he was bullying him, and Zubac would think he was gonna bully him some more, he would just turn around and fade. Like,
Let's go ahead and put DeAndre Ayton on the All-Star team next year.
I mean, I've been saying that he could develop into.
I
When he
think
first
that's
came out, I thought he was gonna be that. Then he kind of died down a little bit. Had a couple injuries, so you can't tell it. What'd you say,
He's
Mal?
underrated too. He's
He
underrated
is.
too. I just wanted to say he's underrated too.
He is, because what it was him and Mo Bamba came out at the same time, and everybody was so heartfelt on Mo. And I was like, I don't know.
that song, man.
Right.
Mo had the soundtrack. We came with the flow.
Listen, I don't know. Listen, I was always DeAndre Ayton, and he used to say it in interviews, like, Mo Bamba always used to get me in college. I'm trying to make sure I get him in the league. And I think that was in the summer league. I was watching him in the summer league when he said that.
So I want to ask y'all this, since we're kind of wrapping up too.
Yeah.
Did y'all hear that Stephen A. Smith said that Devin Booker's the next Kobe Bryant?
You said what?
Stephen A. Smith.
Like that.
Devin Booker's the next Kobe Bryant? Nah. I mean, yeah.
Right.
That's for clicks. That's for clicks. That's bait. That's all the other shit. It's a conversation that he tries to have to get people to engage in a TV show, because that's something that's gonna piss somebody off. You know, tells me, oh man, Devin Booker with this Kobe Bryant.
Devin Booker is slightly above prime Ray Allen. And not even from the athleticism standpoint, now that I think about it.
That's interesting. Yeah, now are we talking about Bucks Ray Allen? Bucks Ray Allen?
That's why I was thinking about it, because Bucks Ray Allen a mash on your ass too. So
yeah, Bucks Ray Allen was all motherfucking Baker and shit, and Glenn
Boston
Robinson.
Ray Allen, when he was coming down from his peak, and he wasn't playing the same way, but
he was busting in Boston.
He wasn't Jesus Shellsworth. He was still Jesus in the Bucks. So
right.
Oh, yeah.
The
Bucks is where it was at, and that's what I'm saying. If we're talking like Bucks, Devin Booker has nowhere near the athleticism of Ray Allen, but the rest of his game is similar to me.
Do you think Ray Allen this time will be Devin Booker with the ability to shoot the three as many times as you can shoot it? Because back then he was obviously restricted a little bit.
No, I agree with that. But you said, do I think he? What? Ask me again.
So, do you think that Ray Allen comes to this time and does what Devin Booker does? Do you think Ray Allen comes to the now to
I
the
think
Sun?
he does more. Well, I don't know if he does more statistically, but I think he does more from a fan standpoint. Because you don't have a lot of players that were aggressive like Ray Allen was, that was still technically efficient from anywhere on that court.
Yeah,
Like you can't play him back. You can't play him too tight. It was just a problem when he was in his prime. But I think the way he was so hard to guard reminds me of a Devin Booker. Devin Booker just couldn't finish like Ray Allen could. But he could from the technical standpoint, the fallaways, the threes, the run around the screens and hit it off like he does all that. But that is kind of a far stretch when you think about the athleticism. That's what I think separates the two. Don said there are rumors about Dame Time going to the Lakers with LeBron and Davis. Do you think that's a champion winning team? Because there's the big three with the Nets. No, I think if Dame goes to the Lakers, there's a chance. Well, yeah, no. If Dame goes to the Lakers, they make the finals.
Right.
They make I'm sorry. They make the Western Conference Finals. The Lakers do.
Right.
My concern is the same for both teams, the Nets and the Lakers, that neither one of them make it again due to injury. Even if you add Dame, if you don't have AD for half a season, as well as LeBron's going to push it out, but if you don't have all three of them, I can't guarantee you make the finals, let alone win it.
He's going to be 38 by the end of the season. By the end of the season. Yeah, he's 37 right now. December. So he turns 38. Yeah, either at the beginning of next year or the end of this year.
Are you sure he's not 37? Or going to be 37?
I turned 36 this year.
Ron's going
to be 37. I know that for a fact. He's born in 84. I was born in 85.
Is it 84?
LeBron was born in December of 84.
Right.
I'm born in 85, and I'm going to be 36 this year.
So he'll be 37, not 38.
Oh,
you said 38. That's what I'm saying. He's 36 now. Right, but right.
I fucked up. I was, my bad. All I'm trying to say is
he's still good. He's still good.
Yet another year passes, and last year you had a hard time holding together for a 72-game season. Are we going back to 82 games, or are we still doing 72?
Good point, good question. Good point, good question.
Yeah, I'm not sure yet.
No, that was a good point. Good question, good point. Both of them was good. I agree there.
There could be no.
That's why I don't think. That's why I don't think Dame would come. Now you look at a Luka. Luka, look what I did in Dallas. I'm sure I can do it by myself if I need to carry them, and if they come back for the playoffs, we can get it.
So you're gonna say LeBron will take like half the year off?
And then Luka was already, a fan of LeBron, where Dame, you can't really model your game after LeBron at that size. So
kind of play with LeBron. I mean, that's what I would play with. Everyone was playing LeBron.
I mean, that seems like the smart move anytime, but I just feel like, I'm not gonna lie, as much as I like him more so in the past, Anthony Davis is a liability.
Yeah, I used to think Anthony Davis was more of an MVP candidate like 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, I used to like him a lot.
But now it's just
I still like him.
He's fragile.
Right, Mr. Glass.
How are you gonna put that? You don't have the durability to last that many games in one season.
Right.
Which is last. I think
Has
somebody
he
played.
ever completed a full season? I don't think he's ever completed a full season.
I don't think so either.
I think his first season. I think he skipped his whole first season because he was injured.
Yeah. Well, he came out in the Olympics. He came out of college and went straight to the Olympics.
And then he went to. He got drafted. He didn't play his whole first NBA season. I think. I'm pretty sure about that.
You might be right. I think you might be right.
You're right. He hasn't played the whole season. I think. I'm trying to remember the person who played every game this season. There's one person that played, or a couple people probably, but one person that's notable that played.
Tristan.
Not Tristan Thompson. I'm talking about like.
Shit, he broke the record.
I'm talking about what?
He broke old dude's record for.
Was it wins in the season?
Old dude has 6 seasons, no games missed, and I think Tristan did 6.5.
Oh,
he
okay.
almost got to 7, and he got hurt before the playoffs when they went in with the Warriors.
I'm talking about like this year, as far as the person who has the most.
Yeah, but I don't think it was Tristan. I think Tristan was out.
No.
With Boston.
I forget who it is. It's somebody that's notable, but that's becoming a thing that's less and less heard of as somebody that played all 82, which used to be seen as a badge of honor, but now people see it.
Right. People, but you've seen a lot more people doing it.
Yeah, I mean, if you see LeBron doing it, shit, why can't I do it? Goddamn, it's the best player in the world.
That's what that's just where we are now.
Like I said, like the COVID protocol gave people a lot of games where they could be like, look, man, I got the COVID. Let me take like a week, 2 off. Whatever that shit is. Now it's biting people in the ass because it's the playoffs, but I'm very sure people use the protocol of, oh, I might have came across somebody that had COVID.
Right.
2 off. Let me go back to the crib and chill with my family.
Well, listen.
I know it's an impedance, but hey.
We about to wrap up. The only thing I do want to say before we do is the ending of that game, though.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That alley-oop that DeAndre Ayton put down.
From Crowder.
It wasn't on Crowder. It was on the what's his
Crowder
name?
threw the oop.
Yeah, Crowder.
Oh yeah, Crowder did. Yeah, from Crowder. Oh, I thought you said.
Yeah, no, from Crowder.
Yeah, no. That whole shit was just amazing. It was just, that whole shit was just amazing.
Wasn't it?
I can't really say much. I don't know if they pull it off against. I don't know if they pull it off in LA as close as it has been, but.
What if they win? What if they win Game 3? Does that change? Does that sway your decision, or do you still go with LA?
I think Suns in 5.
I'm going with. I'm sticking to it like you sticking to it. I'm going with LA.
All right.
I know Chris Paul's coming back, though. That's going to be tough. That don't even make sense for me to go with LA with Chris Paul coming back.
The man is rested. He wasn't even sick.
Mark me down.
Right.
Suns in 5.
Chilling, doing State Farm commercials and shit.
Nigga, shooting up. Listen, it don't make sense, but I mean, I said it. I gotta die on my sword. I'm still going with LA. So, finishing. I'm not going with LA. I want to see Atlanta and the Suns in the finals. That's what I want to see. That's what I would like to see. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I would like to see it.
I picked the Nets to make the Eastern Conference Finals earlier this year. I kept that out there. And I switched up. Yeah, earlier, before the playoffs started, I had the Nets going there. And then when I saw what was happening,
yeah, we all did.
I had to make a change up. I was like, nah, I don't see that.
Nigga, this shit's recorded. I don't know if you know. This is all on camera. You can go back and check you can go back and check the footage, motherfucker.
I don't watch it. Everything I say is in the wing.
Right. But last question. I ain't gonna say that. What's the last question? Of course, hit the showers. And then the last question would be, just give me the champions. Who's the champions this year?
Each conference.
Nope, just the champion? Who's taking the ring? Who's getting fitted this year?
I'm gonna get real with you. This is the first time in probably 10 or 15 years, like since when the Pistons beat the Lakers, that I haven't really been sure. Like
Right.
I'm not sure. Like I'm not. I could give you a prediction, but even that is like me giving you something.
Listen, it's clear we haven't been sure, having to do different predictions every fucking right.
That's what I'm saying. But like even this, like so we got the Bucks and the Hawks, and we got the Suns and the Clippers, right?
They said
None-
first time the number
none of
one
these teams
seed
are
hadn't
worth
been
it.
in the finals since 1994. That's crazy.
What I'm trying to say is like, look,
The Mayan calendar.
I think you can take a coin
Talking about the
and flip
finals.
it.
Right.
Take a coin and flip it and name a team while it's in the air, and you might be motherfucking right.
So if you had to flip it,
I'm gonna go with the Suns, nigga. I'm gonna stay on the train, nigga.
Suns, okay.
I'm not gonna get off the train.
Suns for the finals. That'd be
Going
their
with the
first
Suns.
too, wouldn't it?
Hey, I'm gonna stay on the train, man. Hey, if it crash, it crash, nigga. I'm gonna crash with that bitch.
That's a good pick. That's a smart pick to go with.
It's a hard one, isn't it? You think about it. Look at him. It's grinding in his head.
It's just so easy to pick the Suns, right? That's why I'm like,
That's the hottest hand to me right now out of all the teams.
if the Bucks come out the East, the Suns got it. I'll say that right now. I feel like Atlanta matches up better with them.
Bucks is winning at halftime by like 6.
Huh?
The Bucks is winning at halftime.
Listen, fuck it. Trae Young is Aladdin, and he finna show us the world.
Okay, I'm rocking. I'm rocking.
You hear what I'm saying? You hear what I'm
I
saying?
know what you're talking about.
Right, he came from a peasant to a motherfucking prince riding on carpets and shit.
Bitch, I got a magic carpet that's
You
flying.
hear what I'm saying? And I can show you this motherfucking world. He's showing everybody his world. I'm going Trae Young in Atlanta for the Vic championships, fit him off. And then we going down there turning up one. Who's y'all's hitting the shot? Who's hitting the showers? This
I fear we all have the same hit the showers. I fear we all the same with the showers. Malcolm, I'll
I
let you
gotta
go.
come up with another one.
I love Stephen A. Smith, but yeah, he got hit the showers for trying to say that Devin Booker's the next Kobe Bryant. As a Kobe Bryant fan.
Oh, did he say that?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what we
we
talked about a little bit ago,
discussed that.
remember?
Oh, I didn't hear you say Stephen A. Smith said that. Okay.
Yeah,
He
he's
said that's clickbait. He was trying to get niggas to watch the show.
Right.
Right. Yeah, he's got hit the showers for that one. Him and
Okay.
Carl and Sid.
And you said Suns for the chip?
Yeah.
All right. What about you?
I'm gonna say being hit the shower, but at my own house, in my own humble abode, by myself, I'm gonna also hit the shower.
Right. Right.
I'm gonna take a cold one. No soap.
Crying. In
Aaron's
the fetal
different.
position.
Take it like a G. You know what I'm saying? But it's real. I thought he had some they didn't have, and that's what I mean. You can believe in players till you really see who they are. And I mean, you can't just. I can't see her deny what I
That's
see.
on and off the court, motherfucker.
Yeah, but that's just damn. Like I said, I'm gonna hit the showers too because
You know
Malcolm,
what?
Malcolm, you brought the Garviners to him, and during the regular season, I had an argument. In the playoffs, I'm right
You
there
know
with
what? I'm a not pick on Ben, and just because my first hit the showers goes to Texas A&M police for doing my nigga Caruso like that. My second hit the showers goes to
you. Heard this clip in the background for weed.
right.
Right.
Second hit the showers goes to police everywhere. Fuck it. And then my third hit the showers, I'm not gonna hate on Ben let's give it to Ben Simmons' wrist. His wrist need to hit the showers. That nigga need a prosthetic. I don't care if it's like a door stopper and flips back and forth like that. Just get a better flick to your shot, my G.
He needs one.
I don't think you'll ever be able to fix it, but hopefully. Do y'all have anything else to take us out?
Not Nets. Suns and Hawks. Hopefully in the finals when we meet again. Hopefully.
Well, I'm sure we'll meet before we meet again.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about with the NBA.
Unless they both get swept.
Right. Well, no, that's what I mean. The even with the NBA show, unless they get swept, we gonna see each other again before the.
Yeah, they take a week off before the finals.
Oh right, okay. I don't know why I thought they were doing everything back to back, but yeah, we gonna see. Hopefully, if it plays out the way we want to see it.
5-7 days.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Love for the Olympic team, MVP. Calling it right now.
Listen, I'm not gonna have his jersey when he come out. But for all my shower heads, as always, be good or be good at it. We'll catch you next time.
Raiders.